Hey guys, Accurize here. Welcome back to The Long Dark, Stalker Custom, episode number 9. So, you guys did mention in the last episode I needed to go back and police up my brass there from the 2 shots I took at the deer just outside the cabin. I went and picked up the casings, the rifle casings, so we have those in our pockets now. Last episode we made a lot of water, got ourselves a deer, cooked up a lot of meat, put down another hide, and most importantly, crafted up some new deerskin boots. So we are about ready to head off to the broken railroad and loot that particular region. That should be pretty good for us. But as it stands now, what I need to do is I need to reduce weight and start preparing for that trip. So that's where we're at. All right. I'm also trying to stay fed. That way I get the well-fed bonus and we get an extra 10 or 11 pounds of carry capacity on the way back. So, alright, let's see what we can drop off here. We don't need to be carrying everything that we have. And probably most of it will go into this drawer here. So we're going to carry the book, because we might need to read that sometime, and we're in the middle of it. Guns, Guns, Guns. It's like a 24-hour book. 25-hour book, correction. So we're going to take that. We'll keep the magnifying glass. We'll keep some matches with us. Tinder, that all looks fine. No problems there. I need all those. Those are all good to have. I'm wearing everything here, not carrying anything extra, unnecessary. Food and drink looks good. Let's see here. Probably don't need to be carrying an improvised knife and an improvised hatchet. I can probably do both. Well, you know what? I can take. The hatchet's real heavy, but I might need it to hack up wood. Because of course I could always use a hacksaw for that. I don't know. I think maybe to save weight, I'm going to leave the hatchet here. No real reason to carry it as well. And I'm also going to leave a rifle here because there's a good chance. That's 8.8 pounds. There's a good chance, fully loaded. There's a good chance that I will. Oh, I don't even have enough room inside that box, do I? Let's put it down here. Like I said, for the third time, there's a good chance I will probably find a rifle at the hunting lodge on that map. So let's go ahead and drop all that. And put the couple casings right there. Probably don't need to carry simple tools. Odds are we will find some there, so I'm not too worried about that. Simple arrows. We don't even have a bow yet, so I'm dropping that. Don't need to carry that with me. When I put it over here, it should disappear from the container. Oop, there it goes. And we really don't need to be carrying 2 sewing kits. They don't weigh that much, but every ounces equals pounds basically. So, or grams equals kilograms, depending on where you're at. And we don't need to carry these crow feathers. Again, very lightweight, but it does add up. So we're down to 41 pounds. That's going to be a good looting weight, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, 777 calories. That's good. We should be able to sleep through the night. Not quite. We're not quite tired enough. Let me bring out the storm lantern so I can see where I'm walking. Because right now it's pitch black for me as well. Okay. Let's go see if we can go outside and maybe take a look around here. I don't think I ever made it over here to the I don't know what I did. I think there's a crowbar or something underneath the derailment over here. Underneath a tree or something. I think I missed something there a few episodes back. So we're just going to go out here for a little stroll. Wow, those mountains look amazing, don't they? Oh. So if you guys are catching this episode for the first time, like joining the channel for the first time, I put the link to the playlist for this video in the description below. So you can binge watch it if you want to. Start from the beginning and just kick back and let your TV, computer, or other handheld device or whatever do its thing. Ooh, I hear the aurora sounds. The music, I think. We still have the pistol, so we do have protection, lots of ammo. There it is. It is the aurora, which is always nice. And I might grab this deer hide as well. Throw it out here to cure. I think I have enough deer hide materials though. I don't really think I need any more because all I'm going to make after this is pants, I think. So I'm pretty sure I have 3 hides curing right now, which is what's required for pants. Alright, we're going to be a little cautious. Sometimes there are wolves in this area. Sometimes there's owls, apparently. being extra cautious here. So they thought they saw it down here, I think. There it is, pry bar. Alright. Again, that was something that someone mentioned in the comments. Good spot. We needed one of those. And we have one now. So good job. I'm pretty sure that I looted everything from there. Let me double check. Let me just double check. Doesn't hurt. Yeah, if it says searched on these, I already know. Yeah. Okay, so I've already checked. What did I leave behind? Just some charcoal. What did I leave on you? Anything? Nope. And we'll head on back. So, it'll be nice to have the crowbar with us when we go and loot Broken Railroad, because I'm sure there's going to be a few lockers or containers that require a crowbar. Maybe even a trunk of a car or something like that. Man, it has been stressful at work, let me tell you. We had our department has like 9 officers is like our full staffing level. Well, we're down to 7, and 2 of those officers, their spouses have COVID, so they're both in 14-day quarantine. So now we're down to 5, right? But then the chief, who also is a working road chief, he'll get out there and patrol also. Despite having like 40 years on the job, he'll get out there and patrol just along with the rest of us. But he happened to have a long-awaited, much-needed, scheduled surgery on his leg, on his ankle. So he's out, and for another 4 weeks, and then he has the major surgery where they actually go in and do the real work, and then he'll be out on light duty for like 4 months. So, and we have one officer in field training right now, and hopefully he'll get released in about 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. But as it stands now, it's down to 4 people covering 4 12-hour shifts. So we're working solo, and that's just the way it is. Hopefully nobody else goes down with anything, because I don't know what they're going to do then. Because, you know, hey, 2020 COVID. What else is new, right? Nothing but curveballs all year long, right? So, it is what it is. We make the best of it. Alright, fish hook. How did I miss that? Jeez. Leave it to me. Hey, I like it, because it's like I'm always constantly looting. Even when I've looted somewhere 4 times, you never know. For me, it's always exciting, because I just might find something new. You know what I mean? Alright, let's head on upstairs. Get ourselves a little something that... we're going to need something to eat. I don't want to eat the cattail stalks. Like I said, I'm trying to save those, because they do last forever. So you might as well save them as long as possible. I'm just going to grab a piece of meat out here. Hopefully like a 300-calorie piece or something. Nothing too huge. Oh, I guess I need the extinguishers first. There we go. Okay, let's take a look here. That's too big. That's too big. That's just right. Alright. I think I can make it up to the bed. I've been in here enough. I just count my steps. Yep. This should not be an issue. I don't know if the aurora is going on. I'm surprised the lights haven't turned on yet. It is what it is. Alright. I think we're pretty close to going to sleep. I'm going to get an early jump on the day as long as it's not too cold. Yeah. Let's, I wonder, you know, the aurora's going on outside. I wonder if it will let me read, even indoors. Let me check on that. It might just let me. I got no reason why not. I shouldn't read. Let's see. It works, because there's the lights. Alright, let's take a look here. Heck, I don't know. I'll keep reading until she's nice and tired. Might as well get the time in. I'll eat another piece of meat if I have to. Outside, that's what it's there for, right? We can always get more deer and wolves and fish and all that sort of stuff. Get her nice and tired. She's almost a third of the way through this book, and this will level us up like a whole... It should take us almost through level 2 and almost to level 3 rifle firearm, which should be big for us. Take another look here at my stats. What's our calories. We're good. Let's read one more chapter.
Right about now.
One more chapter, and then we'll call it a night. Get some rest. It's too dark to read. So the aurora went out. That's what happened there. The aurora ended, which cast us back into darkness. Alright, let's find that big piece of meat again. Well, it's still out a little bit, but it's not actually powerful enough, I guess, to... it feels like 32 degrees. Not powerful enough to actually read by, or turn on the lights. And I don't want my hunger to bottom out either, because then I'll have to start my whole
I think I need to lie down.
process to get the well-fed bonus all over again, because you have to stay keep your stomach from going completely empty for 3 days to get the bonus. So I hardly do it just because it's not very efficient. But oh, I still had this piece of meat. I forgot about that. All right, well, we'll just save that piece of meat. No big deal. We won't take it with us because that will, even if it doesn't show any stink lines, like right there, there's no stink lines in the middle of the screen, it will still attract wolves, just from a greater distance than normal. So just be cautious about that when you're playing. You're out here struggling to survive like the rest of us. Alright, I want to sleep for, let's go for about 10 hours, I guess. We'll wake up before that. Should be good. Hopefully the weather cooperates, we don't run into a blizzard. Sounds quiet. That's positive. Should be nice and bright. 16 days, 5 hours, 55 minutes. I want to go ahead and eat this. I'll probably just fill my stomach up before we go. Things are looking good here. How are these doing? They're doing good. I'll probably turn these into fishing line. Probably. I think that's probably a good idea. Get ourselves another drink. Let me eat up here. One more. Doesn't matter if you get thirsty. That's not going to hurt your well-fed bonus. Just the hunger meter. That's all you have to worry about. Close enough. I'm not going to eat another piece. Drink that. And we'll take that. How much are we carrying here? That's good. That's plenty. Because we'll drink that along the way. I'm not too worried about that weight, because we will drink it on the way. No problem. And there is a toilet there, I believe, which has a reservoir at the top, which should have potable water. So yeah, we're good. 45 pounds. I think everything looks good. Let's get going, folks. It's time to move. It's a little bit foggy, but you know what? We're gonna go for it. Because as long as you stay on the railroad tracks, for the most part, you really can't get lost. Now the trick is dodging wolves and bears and all that sort of stuff. All those shenanigans. There is another survival game that I'm going to do a first look series with, and I don't know how deep it is. I don't know if it's worth an actual series or just a first look, like 3 to 4 or 5 episodes. But it should be coming really soon. It kind of reminds me a lot of The Long Dark, except it's greener. But the art style and all that is very similar. So keep your eyes posted for it. It will be coming very soon, if not the same day as I release this. I might just double that video up on top of the regular series I have going on now. This one and Stranded Deep and Thief Simulator. Those are kind of in a rotation right now, where I do like The Long Dark one day, and then Stranded Deep the next day, and then Thief Simulator, and then back to Long Dark, and so on and so forth. I might, this new one, this first look, or whatever I decided to make it. I was looking over there on the left side of my screen. I might just double it on this and have 2 videos released in the same day. So that way it doesn't disrupt the release schedule for our current series. I don't want to mess with the current series. They're all doing pretty good. And I think everyone's pretty satisfied with them. But when a new game comes along and I think it looks awesome, definitely want to share it with you guys too. Alright, so I hear some wolves calling over here. They sound pretty far away, so I'm just going to kind of be a little extra careful. This is kind of where they be. I'm going to actually climb up a little bit here. Try to get a little bit of high ground. I don't have to worry anything because I've disabled ankle sprains in this particular playthrough because they're just so freaking annoying. But the high ground might give you just that little bit of extra time to crouch down and avoid getting aggroed by a wolf. Or avoid aggroing a wolf, I guess is the proper way to say it. Alright, nothing over here. So far so good. Let's head on through. Hopefully our game doesn't crash. So far, since I edited those launch options according to Hinterland's recommendations, I have not had this game crash. So if you guys are having issues with the game crashing between loading screens, go to Hinterland's page and check out their suggestions for fixing it. One of them is changing your launch options in Steam. It worked for me so far. Alright, fingers crossed. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Feels like 38 degrees. I love it, man. So we're just out for a nice little stroll right now. Oh, the other thing we need to make is a bow. So I might actually use some of those cured guts for a bow. If we can bring down a bear, though, we get like 10 guts from a bear. I don't want to bring out a bear down here and have to haul it back and forth from here to the cabin. So that's the thing. I want to get one, the Mystery Lake bear, ideally. It makes a pretty regular appearance on Mystery Lake. On the far side of the lake there. But here we just gotta be careful about same threats. This looks like it's starting to get a little foggier, which is probably why the temperature is going up too. Well, now it just dropped a degree. So who knows? Who knows? I'm hoping for some really great loot over here. I mean, if we find another rifle, where our rifle's in the 90% range. I think it was like 95% last time we checked for condition. If we find another high quality rifle, we might be able to go really deep into the series without even thinking about cleaning a rifle or a firearm, which is fine. Maybe I was making too big of a deal out of it. I got something dead over there, but I'm not going to go explore it. I think I see a bear moving over there. I do. It's on the right side of the screen, about right in the middle of the screen. The way I have my FOV set up, my field of view set up, I like having a wider field of view, and one of the things that does, I didn't do it because of this. It's just a side benefit that I sort of discovered, was that when you put things on the side of your screen, it magnifies it. So you can kind of have like a little zoom if you put stuff right on the edge of your screen. It's just sort of a fisheye effect is what's happening. I feel like we're returning to the scene of a crime here, man. Okay, just here? Yeah, but now we're ready to go do some actual real looting over here at Broken Railroad. I hear a bunch of thumping around and stuff like that. I think my animals are just in a playful mood or something. Can't tell if it's my dog or cats. I'm guessing since they're being inconsiderate and kind of rude with me trying to film this, it's probably the cats. Because that's what cats do. Alright, so at least we know where the bear is. It used to be there was only one bear active on a map. But I think that has changed. That was me. That was me making that noise. I was adjusting something at my feet. But I think things have changed. I think it's possible to have two. I've never been able to verify it. Like, I've never seen one bear here and then gone straight across the map and be like, oh, there's another bear, and there's no way he could have got there. So, not 100% sure, but that's what I've heard. Alright. So, I had this kind of funny call. I guess it was yesterday, actually. I get called out to this McDonald's. They said that there's a disturbance on the lot. Two guys are at a white truck trying to pull another guy out of that truck. Saying something about a stolen car. So I get there. I'm rolling solo, you know, because COVID and all. So I'm rolling solo, and I pull up, and there's a couple guys, and they kind of have this guy sort of. Well, he's in the drive-through lane, so he's kind of blocked in already. But they're kind of like standing at the open door, not letting him jump out and run away. So they got him kind of half-heartedly detained. I get up there and they're like, "He stole our work truck." I'm like, "What? Really?" They're like, "Yeah." So I go up and I was like, it was a work truck he was in. So I go up there and I'm like, get out of the truck, come over here. He does. I like immediately, you know, put him in handcuffs and detain him until I figure out what I got, especially since I'm by myself. And we're dealing with a potential felony in progress. So I do that. He complies. No problems. The guy was ultra compliant. It's great. Wish everybody was. So I put him in my, you know, do pat down for weapons, put him in my patrol car, and start talking to the other two guys. And they're like, "Yeah, we live in Medway, which is where I used to live. That's where I grew up." Oh, there's a wolf over there on the right side, middle of the screen. No threat right now. But they're like, "Yeah, we live in Medway, and we park our work trucks at the baseball diamond there." And I'm like, "Yeah, Med like baseball fields. I know. I used to walk my daughters and dogs around there. I remember seeing this exact truck there." And it's kind of funny because it's like 2 counties over now. So I don't know how they ended up in my little village. But they're like, "Yeah, well, we came out and the truck was gone." And we thought, "Hey, let's check the GPS." So sure enough, they checked the GPS and it gives real-time data. And they tracked it to the county I work in now. And they tracked it to the McDonald's in my village. So that's how they ended up there. And they were trying to stop the guy until I could get there and get their truck back for him. They hadn't even reported it to the local sheriff where it was stolen from. They just jumped in and got right on it. So it was an unreported stolen, which is fine. It's still stolen. Doesn't change things as far as charges go. So I go back to the guy and I talk to him, and he's like, apparently he's got some mental health issues a little bit. But he was polite and coherent and, you know, alert and oriented and all that sort of thing. And I said, "Hey, what happened?" He's like, I took this truck, and they knew the guy. They knew him. They said, "Oh yeah, he's known in the area for just like getting in cars and driving off of them." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. So you kind of like, is he your friend? Did he ever work for your company? Does he think that maybe you wanted him to go do a job or run an errand?" And he's like, No. Just like known in the general area, the neighborhood sort of thing. But not a friend, never been an acquaintance or anything like that. I just know of him through other people and through word of mouth." Okay. So I go talk to the guy. I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "So I was just walking around, and I got this really weird ability where I can sense when there's keys in cars and they just need to be driven." And I'm like, "Okay. Is that what happened with this truck?" And he's like, Yeah. I knew that there was going to be keys in the car. So I got in and just drove off. And I decided to go for a ride. I hadn't driven a car for like a year. And I'm like, "And what brought you to..." Oh, I gotta edit that. "What brought you to my area?" And he says, "Oh, I don't know. I just got on the highway and got off the highway and saw the McDonald's and I decided to go here." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, buddy, you're under arrest for receiving stolen property. Sorry to tell you." He's like, "Oh no, I kind of figured that out. I went to prison for that before." And I was like, "Really? You went to prison for that? Just that?" And he's like, "Well, some other things." "What do you mean some other things?" "Well, just some other things." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It didn't really matter to me at that point. It doesn't matter. So, as far as my charges and my investigation goes, it didn't matter. So, yeah, ended up arresting the guy. Unfortunately, our jail was closed, so they weren't accepting any non-violent felonies that were lower than a 3rd-degree felony. So, this was an F4, which is 1 degree lower than what they would accept. So, he ended up getting cut loose. But due to his mental problems, I didn't want to just like cut him loose. And it was cold outside. He had sandals on. He had long pants, long sleeve shirt, and like a light coat. But he had sandals on, and it was starting to get dusk, and it was going to get colder quicker. So I didn't really want to leave him out here where he's not really familiar with the area. He just randomly drove here and have him get confused, get lost, that sort of thing. I just, you know, he might have broken the law and did that, but he doesn't deserve to get hurt seriously from it, you know, and especially if he's got some mental issues. So I was going to drive him to the local mire and call for his ride to come get him there and have him wait in the in the entryway there with sometimes the benches. And I got to thinking about it. I'm like, you know what, he'll probably just wander off if I do that. You know what, I'm going to leave the cattail stalks for another day, because there's a wolf over there and we need to move. Do I still have food on me? No. Just want to double check before I pull this wolf. He'll probably just wander off from that, so I ended up driving him back over to where I used to live. And same plat, same neighborhood. And dropped him off with his mom. He was an adult male, but that was where he lived, and I wanted to make sure he was in the care and custody of an adult. Where am I at here? Did I make a wrong turn? Feels like I made a wrong turn. Oh well, that's what happens when I get to talking. Telling stories. Get distracted. Do I have to go right past this wolf? I think I do. Maybe I can work my... Oh, he's down there. Oh, no, right here's the tree. That's right. I thought there was a tree crossing here. I just didn't see it there for half a second. So he got placed in the care of his mom and said, hey, keep an eye on the mail. He'll be getting a court date in the mail for this. And there's no damage to the truck. Nothing was missing. He just went out for a ride. So that was my one of my calls. Then another one was a road rage incident, and the person who called in was following this reckless vehicle, and she was trying to follow it to see where it would go. Oh, God, that's a little disconcerting. That was loud. And in doing so, she rounds a corner into a parking lot and finds that the car that she was kind of like not really following like through a bunch of streets, but just like basically there's a main street, and then she turned off and turned into a parking lot right there. So it wasn't like she was following her, 15 turns and freaking the lead car out either. But as she turned around there was the driver of that car and a male waiting for her, wanting her to fight. She was on the phone with dispatch the whole time. So the other half ends up calling in saying that this black lady, because our town's mostly like, this black lady was following her and saying that she's going to shoot up their house and they want something done about it. And little did they know that that black lady was the one that actually called in originally, and she was on the phone the whole time with dispatch during the entire incident. And furthermore, no threats were ever made on their 911 recorded line. Dispatch was listening and heard absolutely nothing and was getting a play-by-play from her. And when she said, hey, I just came into the parking lot, oh, they're standing there waiting for me, dispatch was like, leave the area now. And she's like, okay, I'm leaving. And they watched her on a little technology they have called Rapid SOS. So they were able to watch her GPS on her phone, her GPS location on her phone as she left the area while she was still on the line with them. So they knew she didn't like come back to the area and make threats after the fact. So I ended up calling the lady who was making these allegations and confronted her with that. And she sort of changed her tune about wanting something done, because she had blown up dispatch. I was on my way back from my first call, that stolen car, when it all happened. I just got crowbar, go figure. I was on my way back from
I'll take it.
Dropping off the guy from the stolen car. I really don't need it. We already have one. Take it. Let's see which one's better. We'll keep the one that we just picked up, though. It is better. Let's take a look at the pry bar. Same story. 100%. The other one's probably 100%. They're probably all 100%, right? Yeah, they are. Doesn't matter. Drop that. No big deal. So she was blowing up dispatch, demanding, where's an officer? I need an officer now. This is huge. I'm like, lady, I'm thinking to myself, and we get this all the time. Being a small village, typically our response time's extremely fast. Like 2 to 3 minutes at max. If you place a call and we're not on anything, we're at your house in 2 to 3 minutes. I'm like thinking to myself, lady, if you were in a big city and this was happening, they would be like, yeah, we'll get around to you when we can, and it might be like 10 hours later by the time someone actually responds. So don't be too indignant about the fact that I'm out of pocket for a minute, and I can't respond for 20 minutes to a stale call that is no longer active. So anyway, she was acting all indignant about that. Once I presented her with those facts, it was all Well, I just want to make sure I wasn't getting in trouble for anything. I appreciate it. Not wanting to press the issue anymore.
I think I can use this.
Initially, she said she also had a witness, but couldn't give me any witness information, and that all sort of evaporated real quick, the story there. So I'm going to go up here and see what's at the end here at the little railroad car. So she never brought that up again either. She decided not to find this witness that she said existed. Because I was like, well, you only have her first name. I need to know where she lives or her phone number or something to talk to this lady. If she heard these threats made, if it's an independent witness and your neighbor, if you can get that information for me or have her call in, I'll be glad to talk to her. Never brought that up again once I mentioned it on taped the line and with GPS tracking. She didn't know about the GPS tracking part, so. Anyway, that was my night. You know, some nights are slow, some nights are entertaining. That was more of an entertaining night. A jerry can.
If the owner's around.
We'll take that. It's heavy, but it's worth it. So that's why we're traveling light to begin with, because we're going to find good stuff like that. I'll take that just for the leather, like you guys mentioned in the comments. I used to always just drop that stuff, but you're right. Cured leather is kind of hard to come by, and I can keep better quality clothing in good stead by using things like that. So you guys are right. Everybody wonders how I got good at this game. A lot of it had to do with reading your comments and taking them to heart, you know. So I think I'm going to go up here, and this is where I went for Dark Walker, but it gives a great overview, and there's also some birds chirping around here. It gives a great overview of the broken railroad maintenance yard here. And if there's a wolf down here, I'll be able to see it a lot better. I have a much safer vantage point. So, anyway, it is what it is. Oh, we got a dead guy. We got ourselves a dead guy. A literal stiff. Oh, I thought that was another pry bar. I was going to say, not again.
This stuff will come in handy.
Yeah, we'll take it off him just so we can break it down into cloth. But I don't know why we're even doing that. I'll take care of that once we get inside this building down here. Let me get out here, take a peek around, see if I can see any threats without breaking my neck. Okay, you guys see anything? I'm not seeing anything yet, but sometimes the trees hide nasties. Okay, what's the temperature? 47. Oh, there he is. Is he coming after me? For reals? Okay. Well, we can do this. Good luck. Good luck chasing me down here, beast. He's gonna leave me alone here in a second. Where you at now? He should squeak and run away here soon. I think he's up there. He can't get to me. So what's his play? What's your play gonna be, pup? Huh? Huh, youngin'? You overcommitted, man. You should have pretended like you didn't see me, wait for me to wander down there, and then attack me. He saw me from quite a ways away. I'm kind of surprised. Alright. Now, if I go down here, he could potentially get me, so I think I'm going to go for it. Alright, let's go. I can always run to one of these vehicles. I don't know where he disappeared to. Oh, we can always run in here, too. Let's go. Where's he at? I don't know. That sounds close. Come on, youngin'. You want some? You know what? I'm gonna put you down. Oh, missed him. I missed him. Don't worry, I will pick up this. My aim has been off in this series. Normally, I don't miss much. Well, I'm not going to try to pick it up while I'm holding the gun. Jeez, it's a good way to shoot your toe off, especially in this game. All right. Oh well. This is where I really was looking forward to finding some good stuff. Got ourselves some chips. Okay. What else is going on with me, man? I'm on a low-carb diet for my doctor. I'm going to lose about 30 pounds. Blood sugar was a little bit high during my wonderful, wonderful over 40 physical exam. So, yes, I tried to put on jazz music and relax as much as possible going into that exam. There was no...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
It didn't help, man. It didn't help. That's what we use that Rywar for. Ooh, some perfect rifle ammo. Some new work gloves. Alright, well, they hate the light. Alright. I think we checked everything. Let me double check under. Well, we know there's a wolf out here, and he's running all over the place. Look at that. There's his footprints right out there. He's reset now. I don't think he'll come in that door. I've never seen him come in that door. So, not too concerned. I know you can't get in here, so we're good here. Gotta be careful when you come in here during an aurora. Just be careful of these wires. Also, if you're sleeping at night, never put your bedroll on top of these wires, because you never know if an aurora starts up, you're gonna electrocute yourself in your sleeping bag. Don't ask how I know. Could there be? That'd be awesome to put a round right in there. Oh, what a great spot. Another pry bar.
This'll come in handy.
Well, we're gonna run into some good loot here, hopefully. Alright, now I'm just being trolled. I don't know which one of you has done this to my game. But, yeah, good one. Alright, there's probably something back here. That'd be a great spot. Anything up here? No? Oh, okay. Can I go this way around here? No, not really. I can't get around that corner. That crate. I'm afraid if I go further, I'm going to fall and break a bone or something. Let's see, anything over here? Not really see anything. Truck with some cloth. Can't access the glove box in this one. No battery here. Okay.
Take it.
Alright, I'm putting those back there just 80%. You know what? I should probably take them and just tear them up for cured leather, right? Just like we were talking about earlier. Oh. It's a weird episode, folks. It's a weird one. Whetstone will take that. Anything that can be used to maintain your equipment, I always try to keep that back. No need to carry that. Anything over here? No, nothing there. Double checking my area. That noise. The sound engineers, that's who made that noise. Anything in here? You got anything for me? Nope. Empty. Ew, if you found some meat in there, you know that would be some funky meat. What's the temp in here anyway? 47. Yeah. And we found some matches. And we got ourselves some coffee. Good, good. Is that a cassette tape? Oh my gosh. That might be good. Keep that. See how that plays in with our garb. See if that improves everything. I think that one goes in your bonus slot. It's 97%. That's good too. Some more rifle or pistol ammo. Judging by my shooting today, I might need it. Water purification tablets. You guys are talking me slowly into using water purification tablets more. Like, dude, it's just like save so much time. You're not even using them. You might as well just throw them in there and not have to burn water. You can cook water twice as fast if you decide to use it. Probably should.
Being useful.
Scrap metal. We have to drop something though. The scrap metal's probably one of the first things to go. Drop that. scrap metal. Alright, I think that's everything there. I'm not taking the spray paint, I see it. More scrap metal. I forgot that there's a forge here. I should have just come here. We can, I always think that there's just one in, Forlorn Muskeg, and on the Riken at Desolation Point. I forget about this one, so I am going to probably forge up some arrowheads because we need a few more of those, and we're finding scrap metal everywhere. So this might actually be really good for us from an archery standpoint. Get our Robin Hood on and all that. Can't be any worse than my shooting. All right, more ammo. Goodness gracious. Stay on target. There's an archery book. I think that's a sign. A sign from the binary coding gods. She's starting to get heavy, huh? Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm not going to be carrying a lot of stuff like that windbreaker and those gloves. I'm going to tear some of that stuff down. Now, even though this doesn't have a reservoir, for some reason, it is actual potable water source. So don't ask me how it works. I don't know. That's gonna make her heavy. But we'll probably hole up here for the night. I'm not trying to make it to the hunting village. I'll probably just go out.
I can use this.
Jeez. There's a freaking Payless shoe store inside that locker. 2 pairs of boots? I've never seen that before. Like another can opener. Ours is, I think, exactly that. Another. I should have just come here first. For everything. Lantern fuel.
Oh,
more ammo.
Handy.
More work gloves. Well, I guess it makes sense to find work gloves in this place because, I mean, look at the place. It's made for working. We're still very well rested. What do we got down here? Some stump remover. Alright, that's like 18 pounds. Not really. It's heavy though. I haven't even made it over here yet. I think I gotta go this way. Jeez. Arcane light, man. Charcoal. More work gloves. I'm gonna tear up a lot of these work gloves into cured leather. Scrap metal. A lot of the scrap metal is gonna get reduced down into arrows. That'll help. And I'll be drinking a lot of water while I do this. You know, we're gonna naturally burn off. Oh, sorry. I already checked it. We're gonna naturally burn off a lot of these. A lot of these pounds. Another jerry can and a rope. God, man.
Best be prepared for anything.
I guess. How heavy am I? I gotta be up to 85 pounds by now. 87. Jeez. I can still run at least, but I'll wear myself out quick. Chips. This is why you really don't need to bring much food. Typically you'll find it. Especially in Stalker mode and lower. Interloper, things are going to be a lot more sparse. Right. Well, I think we should... Let's get a fire going. Let's use some of these coals and let's start crafting up some arrowheads. How about that, guys? Wait, I didn't bring an hammer, did I? Did I? I hope I brought my hammer. Might not have brought a hammer. That's okay if I didn't. It was just a thought. I might find it still. No, I didn't. I left it behind. Because I forgot there's a forge here. I didn't even think I needed it. Besides, honestly, how would I even be carrying it? So, there might be one hidden around here somewhere still. I might have missed it. I think that there would always be one nearby, but there might be a hammer up at the hunting lodge too. So what I'm going to do is I might come back here just to prepare in another episode. Just do a bunch of let's drop all this here so we have it ready to go. Let's drop all the wood here. So we got that ready to go. Down to 83 pounds. Ooh. And let's see here. she's starting to get tired, so I'm going to, maybe it's over here. No. Thought maybe the hammer would be like hidden down in there or something like that. Nope, apparently not. If I can access that truck. I don't think I've ever tried that. Can I actually get into that truck? No. Alright, let's exit out here. Stand outside. I don't know if this counts as outdoors. I think this counts as outdoors when I'm out here. Like, I'll show you. I think this counts as outdoors. Should. So, and this is a safe bed. You're safe to sleep there. You get a 9-degree warmth bonus. Just gotta be careful in case the weather drops really fast. So, I'm going to go ahead and start tearing some stuff up. And just sort of wearing myself down for the night. Getting prepared. I don't need to be carrying these two with me. I'll put everything that I really don't want to take with me to the hunting cabin right here, so it's easy to grab. I don't need both of those. And everything else I think I'm going to tear up. Oh, let's put this on. Let's put this on while I'm thinking about it. I think, oh yes, it's free. It's a bonus item right there. Looks weird when I do it like that, but what happens if I take this off and then put it back on? Will it cover it? No.
Getting a bit thirsty.
It is what it is. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. It's over there. See him? Straight ahead, halfway up the hill. Howling. I wonder what happened to his hearing. Okay, so let's start busting some stuff up here. This will take 30 minutes to get some. Nope. An hour and 30 minutes to get a cured leather. Let's do it. I should do this at night. I should be reading right now. Honestly. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it. I know. You know what? Let's read. Let's do it right. Let me check my food. Thirsty. Oh, 46. Still good. Alright, here we go. And I think we can get another. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to read. Get another hour here. Before dark. Come on, baby. Ooh, we just got it. I don't think we can get any more unless the aurora comes out. Oh, hey, the aurora is here. That's why the computer's on. I don't think I've ever read this one. Let's see. It was clear they had tried to fashion a crude splint for the patient's leg. This is a medical text document. It was ineffective, and he was suffering badly. The wolf bite had gone right to the bone, which was visible. Okay. Alright. Well, let's keep reading then. They try to give me like a few extra hours here, and I was squandering them early. So the wolves act really weird during the auroras, and just like this sign says, they're scared of the light. So you can literally walk like right out here and have them come right up to you. And they won't come past the lights. Now, if the aurora disappears, it's so beautiful. If the aurora disappears and the lights go off, well, then they can. So you're gonna hear a lot of weird noises. I'm gonna get some more reading in, though. I don't know how you get any concentration with all that going on out there.
I'm gonna need to rest.
2 auroras in a row? I don't know if I've ever seen that either. I'm sure it's happened. Maybe I've just never noticed it. But it's interesting. Starting to get too tired to concentrate. So we're almost halfway through the book. Too tired to concentrate. I could have a little coffee. Give myself a little shot in the arm here. And we'll do that. Take advantage of it. Get a little more reading in. Should be my well-fed bonus soon. You hear that dog? Listen. That was the weirdest growl. Snarl, whatever. Okay, so it's off now. We're not going to get any more reading in. And we lost our coffee bonus there. Okay, it's time to get some sleep. We're really tired. So let's do that. I need to eat something here. We've got plenty of food. Not eating that, oh my gosh. We could cook them, and that would help, but not eating it plain. I think ketchup chips would be alright. Even though they're 22%, I don't think they'll hurt us. Stale beef jerky. New pork and beans. That should be good. And let's take a look there. We should be... Oh yeah, we're good. We're good with our calories. Again, trying to keep my calories high. Just for the well-fed bonus. We have a lot of stuff here, like these 2 jerry cans I'd like to take back. If we had the well-fed bonus, we'd be... Once we're fully rested, that won't be a problem. We should be able to carry like 77 pounds. So, not an issue. Well, I think we'll be just over if we carry both of those, maybe. I'm not sure, but depends on, I guess, how much fuel's in there. Alright, so... Time to get some rest. I'm not going to sleep outside. The temperature's a little scary right now. It's 30 degrees. I'm going to sleep inside off of the wires. Let me get my handy dandy storm lantern out here. Right. Let's sleep right underneath this big heavy thing. No, I'll do that. I'm just going to sleep right over here. Yep, this should be just fine. Look at that, I used the holster function finally. It only took me like 10 episodes, 9 episodes, whatever it is. Alright, let's get that sleep on. Let's go for 12. See you guys in the morning. See you guys in the early afternoon. Oh yeah, we didn't get it. Ah, well-fed bonus. Yay, we got it. Alright guys, exit out here, exit back in. I know that sleep should have saved it, but I'm just going to double check. Looking here at the clock. If you guys like this series, man, make sure you check out some of my other series on the channel. I got a lot for The Long Dark. I have playlists with like 88 episodes and things like that on the Accurize 2 channel. So go check it out if you do enjoy this video. I do appreciate a like. So comment. I read them all until I release the next video, and then I start reading all the comments there until I release, and so on and so forth. And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it. You guys are doing really knocking it out.
Anything about now.
Shh, I'm trying to take care of the people. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get alerted whenever I drop new videos. Oh, we're getting thirsty. Let's fill up there. All right, guys. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next one.